Russia has these military bases and says it will defend them, but is it really sustainable for them to hold on to them?
Thanks for being on the show, Laura. Well, I think from the Russian perspective, they very much need this position in Syria, and if they want to make a commitment to defending them, in theory they could. Remember, from Russian interests, what the Kremlin mostly wanted was to have influence and access in Syria. Assad's fall is already a big defeat for Russia, but a much bigger
Anna, sorry, Anna, I'm terribly sorry to interrupt you, but so breaking news: Russia is saying that the Assad family have shown up in Moscow. What do you make of that?
Well, that should not come as a surprise. Now there were rumors floating about that for the last several days, actually, even before the latest events when HTS began its advance. So that in and of itself, not only is that not a surprise, if that is indeed the case, it also is indicative of the fact that Russia will very much remain involved in Syria. And as we look into the future going forward, the question is, what is Russia going to do to ensure it retains influence in Syria?
So you don't see this as the beginning of the end of Russia's influence in Syria?
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure at this stage. I think, remember, Russia is a signatory to UN Resolution 2254, which outlines a transition for the Syrian government. So I'm not sure that this is necessarily the end. Remember, Russia also has a history of coming back from defeats.
And how does this impact Russia's broader strategy in the Middle East?
Well, again, this is a very big defeat for Russia. Assad's fall is a humiliating defeat, and it will reverberate because it's a matter of Russia's prestige. So the question is, how is the Kremlin going to try to navigate to salvage this situation? And I suspect they're going to try again to find a way to play some kind of a mediating role. But there's a reason why the Kremlin has been so quiet in these days, and I think it's been because they've been contemplating their next move.